Hey everybody. Um, it is Saturday before we begin finals week, and I'm coming to you from my hometown, Stevens Point, Wisconsin, at McDill Pond, where I think I stood in this very spot a couple, 3 weeks ago, filming this walking video greeting, and oh, it's a beautiful day today, and I'm finally getting outside for really the first time late in the day. Um, oh, it's gone now. I was going to point out that there was a muskrat swimming right there behind me a moment ago, and a great blue heron flew overhead just a second before I started this, and it's gone. Um, this is where I grew up, and I told you about this pond a few weeks ago. Um, but yeah, and I explained to you why I am here. My mother passed away several days ago, and I'm here helping my siblings and my father plan and prepare for the funeral services, which will be a visitation Wednesday evening and a funeral on Thursday. And I'll stay here in the meanwhile. So it's a very odd situation for me altogether, of course, and in particular in terms of teaching. It's really strange to have had to cancel the last couple of days of class to get here and not be there during finals week, and my apologies for being so removed from corresponding with you all. I see a pile up of emails about things that I just haven't been able to get to. But it's Saturday as I'm filming this, and by the time you maybe see this in a day or two when I post this and send it out, I hope I will have begun to have caught up, or at least maybe even caught up. So I have to beg you to bear with me and give me some grace, please. This end of the semester is challenging for me, and I will do the best I can to wrap it up efficiently and effectively, but don't worry, I will get to everything. Yeah, all is well. As I may have explained earlier, the passing of my mother was essentially a blessing. She had been battling a rare form of cancer, uncurable cancer, called multiple myeloma, which is a sort of a stem cell bone marrow based cancer. And she was diagnosed 17 years ago and given 5 years to live at the time. Was sort of the standard prognosis for someone. And she's survived until this week. She had been in an assisted living nearby here for about 2 years now, and in hospice for over a year. Over a year ago, we have all made the decision with her to finally halt the ravaging treatment that she had to cycle on and off of for those nearly 17 years. And the facility she was in is wonderful and kept her comfortable. And my father really only had a single difficult day the day before she died, reporting to us that for the first time, that he visited her, she was unresponsive and didn't seem to fully realize he was there. And he commented to us he wasn't sure how long he'd be able to do that, visit her every day, and that, with her being that way, understandably so. And perhaps my mother somehow knew that and relieved him and us of the concern that we had for her. So she exited and joined her older sister, who passed away 6 days earlier than she did. And that's also why I'm here. I was here for my aunt's funeral on Thursday. So anyway, this has nothing to do with us wrapping up our semester. I wish you well this coming week on your final exams and projects that you're finishing. I'm not going to say good luck, because you don't need luck. You need the talent and skill and knowledge and hard work that you've been demonstrating and doing all semester long. So bear with one more, only a few more days. And for my class, those of you that are taking that final exam, remember that it is due by the end of Thursday, which is the last day of finals, not Friday or later, okay? Thursday. That exam will be available by the time you view this, and it's there and ready for you to take. So, farewell. Thank you for taking my course, and I wish you every bit of success in every aspect of your life as a student and beyond. And as I always tell my students at the very end of the semester, I am happy and eager to be your quote-unquote professor for life, if you wish me to be. My philosophy is that this contract between us doesn't last 16 while we are in course together. As long as you want to maintain contact with me, and you now know how, and I'll put down in the link the old-fashioned, old-school way to keep in touch with me on Facebook. I have hundreds of former and current students who are networking with me there. I know of no better place. I'm also on Instagram, but Facebook is a little bit better in that old school way of being able to stay in touch. I'm on both places. You can find me in both places. And I wish and hope you will. And as I just said, I'm happy to help you in every way that I can. And I will be interested in watching your progress through school here at UC, or wherever you go, if you go elsewhere, and in your lives and careers afterwards. I'm at the other end of my neighborhood here, and I'm just going to point out this Riverwoods Park here. I just spent, boy, did I spend a lot of time in these little tiny woods here. There's trails and walking and biking, and there's a kid, and we had block parties here in this little park. And anyway, I grew up in a beautiful little area. This little sort of figure 8 shaped set of blocks was called Riverwoods. Riverwoods Island. It's technically an island. There's a pond behind me that you can't see, and a channel running behind all the houses and connected on even, all the way around with the pond, and a tunnel under the road that comes down, literally making this an island. I grew up on an island. So I'm an island boy. All right. Anyway, this is Get Along, and I'm rambling. So, this might be, and what probably is, my last walking greeting for you for this semester. I will, if possible, I would love to see you in another course of mine if it works out and fits, and if you haven't taken mine on already. And anyway, best wishes on everything. Please stay in touch. Congratulations on completing the course and all your other courses and everything that you've been working hard on. I'm very, very proud of you, and I will enjoy watching your continued success and progress. Thank you, and so long from Stevens Point, Wisconsin.